Good morning, Senator Hancock and members of the committee. My name is Nick Wilcox. I'm representing this morning the 23 chapters of the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence. Many of our leaders and members have lost loved ones to gunfire and have dedicated themselves to reducing gun violence in our communities. My wife and I lost our daughter, Laura, 12 years ago in a rampage shooting. But that is not the point of my testimony this morning. Senator Steinberg's bill should come as no surprise to anyone in this room. California has been struggling with how to implement an assault weapons ban since the first attempt by Roberti and Roos in 1989. Every time there has been an attempt to strengthen that act, the firearms industry has found ways to circumvent the clear intent of the law. Recent events have brought into focus the key feature that makes these weapons so deadly, namely the ability to rapidly reload with large quantities of ammunition. The purpose of this bill is to regulate this key feature. By way of background, you should know that I was raised in a family with a hunting tradition that goes back at least 6 generations. We had guns in our home that were normally kept carefully locked. We had a shooting range in our basement. I grew up having a comfort with guns. I was a competent marksman. I have fired an AR-15 assault-type rifle. I must have missed the hunting gene, however. My younger brother Bob, on the other hand, became a Green Beret during the Vietnam War, and to this day he is an avid hunter who possesses more than a dozen firearms. On this issue, we stand together. This bill will in no way impair the ability to possess a firearm in the home for self-defense. The average number of shots fired in self-defense is somewhere between 2 and 3. There is no need for an exchangeable magazine. With respect to hunting, my brother assures me that exchangeable magazines are unnecessary. His favorite hunting rifle has an internal magazine that holds 4 cartridges. Normally, he needs but 1, and his freezer is always well stocked. Under SB 374, those who have stockpiled military-style firearms for self-defense or for defense against a tyrannical government under this bill can keep their weapons. They will have to register them, and when they fall into a prohibited class and lose their gun rights, they can expect to be disarmed. This bill will not stop gun violence, of course. It is likely, however, that it will reduce the carnage in mass shootings which seem to be occurring with increased frequency. The issue of gun violence prevention is complex and requires a multi-pronged approach. The bills before you today attempt to do that. Horrible as the massacre at Newtown was, we must remember that since that day last December, over 3,000 of our fellow citizens have been gunned down. You will hear cries of outrage today over infringement of civil rights. But as a committee, just remember that each of those people who have died, as did Laura, had civil rights too at one time.